right. Trooper Shields, can you put your appearance on the record for me, please?
It's Trooper Butskaya who's on Clemens, and he's the one who called me, and I told him he didn't have to zoom in because it's
okay. Very well. Okay, very well. Mr. Harrison Lemon Bay the third, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Harrison Lemon Bay, spelled all lowercase HARRISON space LE space MON space BEY. That is Harrison Lemon Bay. I am the surety on behalf of the principal debtor, Harrison Lemon III, spelled with all capital letters. For the record, Your Honor, I'm not familiar with the Harrison Lemon Bay III.
It sounds like you're very familiar with them. You spell it out. You said I'm Harrison Lemon Bay the third, or Harrison Lemon Bay on behalf of that and the surety of that. I mean, you sound like you're very familiar with them.
Your Honor.
Sound like and maybe I would guess that your mom probably named you Harrison Lemon Bay when you were born.
Your Honor, the name Harrison Lemon Bay III is a name that I am completely unfamiliar with. If this matter today is related to a name that is Harrison Lemon Bay III, I'm not authorized to speak on that name. I'm not trying to bring any type of controversy to the court or anything like that. I'm just simply here to be able to settle this matter and settle the charges and bring this matter to the close. That's it.
All right. Well, we can bring the matter to a close by taking an offer. We can give you an offer, Ms. APA Cole. You want to give Mr.
Hold up. This man just claimed he's not familiar with his own name. Classic sovereign citizen delusion in full swing, pretending their legal name is some separate entity. The judge's face says everything, pure disbelief mixed with exhaustion. He's seen this nonsense 100 times before, and it never gets any smarter.
The sovereign people come in and they say that the court has no jurisdiction over them. And I guess you can make that argument, but the simple thing I ask in these cases is how, if the speed limit is 25 miles per hour, can you just go 50? And nobody can say anything to you, and nobody can stop you, and nobody can pull you over? If you run over a child, nobody can do anything to you because you're sovereign? I don't know. I don't understand that.
Your Honor, I keep hearing two things. One, I heard pardon me again. I did not I missed the name, or I don't want to mispronounce the name of
APA Cole.
ADA Cole. I heard her make mention of an insurance matter. This is the first that I've heard of.
No, it's not insurance. I think she misspoke on the insurance. It is a no operator's license, so no driver's license. It is a speeding ticket, 16 to 20 over in a construction zone. It says the allegation says that you were doing 55 in a 35 mile an hour zone, and then it's no plate, no expired plate.
Oh, I apologize.
The judge absolutely nails it. No shouting, no debate, just pure logic. He calmly cuts through the nonsense, pointing out that if their twisted logic were true, even hitting a child would have no consequence. It's a brutal reality check that shatters the hollow core of the sovereign fantasy.
Now, I hear you make mention of sovereign. I've heard you make mention of that term, sovereign.
You may not be claiming sovereign. I don't know. That's just what I hear most of the time when I hear these arguments.
Your Honor, I'm a friend of the United States, not neutral, not anti-government. I physically reside, not statutorily, in the Union State in a non-military occupied area without the territorial jurisdiction and without the District of Columbia. I don't have a personal military, so I depend on the United States for protection and security found in Article 4, Section 4, making me subject to those protections. I spent a lot of time learning on how to comply with the law of both my creator and my government, not defiling and opposing those laws.
Okay, so you depend on, let me stop you right there. You depend on the government for protection, right? Did you just say that?
That is correct. I did just say.
Okay, so you depend on the government for protection. So the government is saying they're protecting other people because Mr. Golson depends on the government for protection. APA Cole depends on the government for protection. Attorney Harris depends on the government for protection. They want to be safe, and they want their kids and their families to be safe. So when they cross the street, people are abiding by the speed limits and the laws of the government. Why do? And I'm not suggesting that these allegations are true, but let's just say for the sake of this argument right here that they are true, that you were born 55 and a 35, right? How are you able to do that and not have and suffer any repercussions and nobody else can?
Your Honor,
And there it is, the ultimate contradiction. He demands government protection while denying its authority. That's the sovereign citizen paradox in one line: claim every right, reject every responsibility, and still expect the system to serve you.
I might not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, and I'm probably that went way over me right there, Mr. Bay. And let me ask you this: you submitted this as an exhibit, sir? Did you submit these as exhibits? Is this your this license plate picture here?
I can't see what that.
This is it's labeled Exhibit C, page 1 of 1. It's got a Nissan car with a US dot 3940755 on there. Foreign, national, non-commercial, the Moorish Empire. Is that your plate?
Your Honor, that is the plate that is attached to the conveyance. Yes.
Okay, that's your plate, right?
Yes, that is.
Okay, where did you get this? Where did you get this plate from? I asked you, where did you get this plate from, sir? I didn't ask you about the car. Where did you get the plate from?
That's a private matter, Your Honor.
You submitted it as an exhibit.
I did submit the plate as an exhibit, Your Honor. I absolutely submitted that plate as an exhibit because it does speak to the fact that there was.
Okay, so on your exhibit, I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you responsible for the registered plate. I'm going to fine you $145 for that. So that matter's over with. Now we're dealing with the no ops and the speeding ticket.
Now it gets absurd. He proudly presents a Moorish Empire license plate as evidence, one of those homemade badges of fake sovereignty. The moment you hand that to a judge as Exhibit C, you're no longer in a legal hearing. You've entered full-blown courtroom chaos.
Thank you.
All right. And that sounds like a fair motion.
And that's viable, but we're also getting into a dangerous territory of unauthorized practice of law, and I don't want him to pick up charges for that or any penalty for that. Mr. Bay, can I talk to you in a breakout room, please?
I'm willing to
Mr.
have
Bay?
a conversation.
All right, very good. That's very good. I'm going to put you in a breakout private room with Miss Harris. All right, now we got.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you, Attorney Schneider, for your help.
Okay, let's go back on the record with, it's I just don't mean any disrespect, but I just don't know how to address you, but I'll say Mr. Harrison Lamont Bay III. All right.
Go ahead, sir. So his name is, what is your name, sir?
Your Honor, my name is Harrison Lamont III. I prefer for it to be spelled capital H, lowercase a, R, R, I, S, O, N, and then Lamont to be spelled capital L, lowercase e, space, capital M, lowercase o, N, and that is the third.
The prosecutor steps in, cutting through the nonsense. This guy isn't a lawyer and can't represent a fake name. You can feel the judge struggling to stay calm while saving him from unauthorized practice of law charges. It's both absurdly funny and dangerously serious at the same time.
I'm not looking to create any controversy. I'm just looking to settle this matter as quickly and as amicably as possible and could.
All right, I don't think that you're willing, I don't say that you don't want to be amicable about it. I mean, that you're any way disrespectful. You haven't been ever disrespectful. You were in your last time and very respectful. So you just have to either take the offer and plead to it. But the problem is it doesn't seem like you're going to want to plead to it and make an actual basis about it. Let's get APA Cole back in here and see what she's going to offer you. All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Lamont Bay III. Now, APA Cole, Mr. Bay wants an offer to resolve the matter. What would his offer be? And we'll just one offer for all three.
I did, Attorney Harris did email me recently. It was expired plates, isn't that correct?
It's expired plates, speeding in 16 to 20 in a construction zone and a no-ops ticket.
I would want him to be responsible on the speeding, and I would do a fail to display and dismiss the expired plates. But he would have to plead on the nose to the speeding, because that's in a construction zone, which is very dangerous.
Here's where the tone shifts. The judge actually acknowledges his politeness, a rare moment in sovereign citizen chaos. The courtroom energy settles. His beliefs may be misguided, but his respect earns him the same in return.
I don't agree with your position in society, but everybody makes their own choices and things like that. So I'm not going to pass any judgment on that, right? But I do have a problem, like I asked you earlier, as far as feeling, it's what I get, and I am taking the arguments that I've heard from previous people that take your position, that the police officer has no right to pull you over. And I understand your position by saying that nobody was injured or nobody was hurt, but I do have an issue with people saying that they can go 16, and especially that excessive speed in construction zones and things like that, and for them not to, the officer not to have any jurisdiction over them. I just ask everybody that takes that position, how else is there going to be order? How else is there going to be, what's going to stop Mr. Lindsay from going 16 to 20 over? What's going to stop Trooper Shields from going 16 to 20 over, or me for 16 to 20 over, if nobody has any jurisdiction over? So I understand APA Cole's apprehension.
This moment hits hard. The judge delivers a powerful reality check. Laws don't exist to oppress but to protect. Without them, there's only chaos. It's not anger speaking, it's wisdom forged from decades of experience, and the weight of justice itself.
On what was going on. And I think that does make a difference when you make that statement. Like, hey, I'm not contesting that I was going this fast necessarily, but I didn't know that the construction zone was in place. So it kind of, because what I'm looking at it as, and I'm sure APA Cole is looking at it as, this is 35 mile an hour zone. And if you say you didn't know, but also APA Cole is looking at it as, what she mentioned is that, are we going to continue to be back here? I mean, obviously for this plate, if you still have this kind of plate on your car, probably so, but that's a different nature than the speeding ticket where somebody can get injured or killed or seriously hurt or something like that.
I have children. I don't want to hurt anybody either.
We can work with the speeding, Your Honor, but I'm just, like I said, the troopers have get so much flack when they pull someone over, and like, do you have a license? Well, I don't have to have it because the debtors, and I just don't want, it'll be continued and we'll be back here. And
Finally, a genuine human moment. The defendant admits he didn't realize it was a construction zone. The defiance fades, replaced by humility. For the first time, it's not argument, it's honesty, and the tension in the courtroom finally breaks.
Does he will plead to that if he is going to plead to that, because I know I'll have an angry trooper, but as long as we know Mr. Bay will accept that.
So,
Will you accept it? Would you agree that you didn't have a valid driver's license, sir?
so if I'm understanding correctly, what we're saying is that I'm agreeing that I didn't have a valid driver's license. And
Right.
what we're talking about at the end of the day is paying $240 and the rest, and we've settled the matter.
And that'll settle everything. I need Attorney Harris to read you your advice or rights, and that's just for the court to that's a procedural thing that we have to do. And you don't have to necessarily agree that these are your rights or anything like that. I think you want the right to a trial and things like that. I think you would want to be able to call. So let me go over those rights with you momentarily, and then we'll take the plea and we'll get you out of here. All right.
All right.
Rejoin the breakout room. Go ahead, Madam Cole.
The one thing is it going to be under the name or is he going to be responsible under his name that the tickets are under? I just want to be sure that we're.
That he indicated that he would accept that name.
Okay.
Capital H, small case ARRISON, capital L, small case E, capital M, small case ON, the third, correct?
Correct. There's a space between the E and the M.
Yes.
We see that.
L and the L and the E and the M. Yes. All right. Join the breakout room, and we'll get you out of here as soon as we possibly can. All right. Let's go back on the record, Mr. Lamont Bay III. Mr. Bay, I've given you an opportunity to. I guess the resolution is going to be failure to display. Can you raise your right hand, please? Very well. I'm going to find your client guilty of the amended count of failure to display. We already talked about the penalty for that. And with the stipulation of probable cause, I'm going to dismiss the other matters.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
$240, Mr. Lamont Bay. When can you pay it?
May I please have up to 30 days to pay that, Your Honor?
Very well.
Gratitude.
I'm going to tell you until July the 3rd, 2023 to pay that, all right?
All right.
If there's nothing further, sir, I wish you the best of luck. Have a very good day, and good luck to you.
Same to you.
He finally takes the plea. The judge thanks him, wishes him well, and closes the case with calm dignity. From pseudo-law nonsense to genuine accountability, it's not a moment of defeat, it's a moment of understanding and respect.